Disclaimer. This video is about a topic with a very little amount of documentation. I may get a few things wrong, and if I do, please correct me in the comments. Now on with the video. In the early to mid-90s, a small amusement park opened up by the name of Funland. It was similar to something like a celebration station in that it had go-karts, an arcade, and a couple of other activities, such as batting cages. But the main attraction to Funland was its mini-golf course. And that's because the mini-golf course was really cool. When it comes to mini-golf, normally people like it when there's some sort of theme or something that's cool to look at while they golf, and Funland had a decent amount of that stuff. There were big statues of animals scattered throughout the park. There was a huge rocket ship that had the name Funland written on the side, and most infamously, at the end of the mini-golf course, there was a way to get a free game. On the final hole, you had to hit your golf ball into a bell and make it ring, and if you got it, not only would you get a free game, but an animatronic dog would open the door to an outhouse to greet you. More on that later. As time went on, Funland started to see less and less customers, and it shut down at some point during 2004 to 2006. Since then, a lot of bad things have happened to Funland. Because of Funland being basically built on a floodplain, a lot of the park has suffered from water damage. For years, Funland has been used as a place to do drugs and other illegal activities, which has given the place a bad name. And the only glimpses we've gotten of the park in recent memory have been videos from people who have trespassed and uploaded what they recorded to YouTube. Most of these trespassers are at least respectful to what they explore, but some of them steal things and vandalize, which I really hate. As I said in the disclaimer at the beginning of the video, this stuff hasn't been documented very well, if at all. Vandalizing and stealing will only make that worse. But as I was saying, Funland hasn't fared very well in the last 15 or so years. And while the owner has expressed interest in using the property for something, we don't know what that something is. But why am I making a video about this? Well, to explain that, we'll have to go back to February 11th of 2016, when a creepypasta user by the name of Darren Silvers created the story named simply Funland. The basic gist of the story is that years after Funland shut down, the main character was nostalgic about his memories at Funland, and wanted to revisit it. So he got his friends to go with him into the abandoned park late at night. After that, they start to kinda get creeped out, but then, the climax of the story takes place at the 18th hole of the mini-golf course. This is what the main character is most excited to see. He hit a golf ball into the hole, and guess who popped out? The dog. But instead of his normal happy greeting, he seemed kind of angry, and started yelling at the kids, telling them to leave. Of course, as soon as the dog moved, the main character's two friends were already long gone. But the main character was too shocked to move. The dog ends up grabbing him and chasing him and stuff, but eventually the main character escapes into his friend's car. After the incident, the main character tries to forget that night, but eventually ends up driving past Funland and getting into a car accident. When the police asked what caused the crash, the only thing he could say was the word dog. Now, honestly, when I first read the story, I didn't think much of it. But then I looked a little deeper. For a long time, basically nothing was known about the current state of Funland. But in the past couple of years, a few people have gone into the park. Specifically, YouTube user Mr. Fable's Exploration. He's gone into Funland twice. And while the first time he didn't find anything too interesting, the second time he did.
Oh my god, we're gonna open the door, and if there's a robotic dog in back of this, I'm gonna freak out. Oh! Oh! Are you kidding me? Oh my god, that scared the ever-living out of me. Holy crap, he's still there.
For years, nobody knew what the dog looked like, or if it even existed at all. But there it was, exactly where it was in the story. It's kinda strange, how one of the only things documenting this real place and this real animatronic was a fictional horror story. But I guess that's just the world we live in. That's all the information I have. Nobody that I know of has gone back to check on the dog since it was first discovered. The only thing that I do know is there's a comment on the video discovering the dog saying somebody may have stolen it. But because there's no evidence, we really don't know anything for sure. If you know anything about the whereabouts of the dog, or anything from my previous videos, please leave a comment, or better yet, send me a Twitter DM. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It helps me more than you think. But anyway, happy Halloween, thanks for 500, and goodbye.